Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video. I'm going to be a little bit lower volume this morning as it's early on Saturday morning, the 9th of March. My wife is still in bed. I don't want to wake her up, so I'm going to try to keep this low key. Anyway, I'm back to make another video on Trials and Comp, and this time I'll be doing showing some Trials video that I shot last night, Friday. And this includes the persistence card, which is the new card that Bungie enabled this week, which, if you don't know by now, allows you to get adept weaponry if you can get 7 wins on a card, regardless of the number of losses that you get. It also has a protection system where if you win a couple of matches and then lose one, you will only lose one loss off of your card. It backs it up one loss, but you can win 5 in a row and you still keep that one. So the game is, if you can win 2 matches in a row, you'll make progress. That's a little bit of an order for me sometimes, especially playing solo queue. I'm not a very strong player, so I thought I'd just get in here and mess around. Plus, I also had an opportunity yesterday to farm out some weapons, and I wanted to show you a couple of them that I got. Of course, I got some prosecutors. These were the rolls that I was able to secure. I'll just kind of scan through them. I don't know what to think. I use trials, foolishly. I use trials to get in here and experiment with them. There's a target logs in moment one. That one actually I thought would be really, really good. And probably is. I just am not a super effective player, so I don't think I use the full capability of it. And some not so good rolls. Golden Tricorn, I don't see that, for me personally, being helpful as a 3v3 weapon. I just don't see it. So there we go. And I'm told that True Vanguard likes this one. I haven't tried that yet. I know in PvE that would be a really, really good roll. I mean, it has a lot going for it. I just don't know that I like that. Now, if I back that out, I could look at the submachine guns that I got, the adjudicators. Submachine gun, adjudicator. I got this roll. I only got 2. This one's not a good one. And I got this one, which also really isn't a good one either. Those are the only 2 I got. I decided to go ahead and use this one anyway and see what I can make of it. Fragile focus, dynamic sway. I felt like, well, at least I might have some range and stability. So we'll see what we get. I would like to have more range, obviously, but that seemed to be okay. Pulses. And I did experiment with these. Let's see. I had a darkest before. Only one. And it was a pretty rotten roll. Okay, nothing remarkable at all about that. I didn't even bother to use that. There was no point. And the other one that I got, or the ones that I got, were these. And I was really happy about this one. This Relentless is pretty much what I'd be asking for. That's an S tier, obviously. And this is like GG, by the way, where I'm examining my god rolls. This one, Headseeker, Snapshot, it could be okay. Relentless, this one, again, a possible. This one, really not at all. Slice and Hatchling, I don't know. I'm not looking for that. And there's another one. And here's another slice roll. I mean, I'm just honestly not interested in slice at all. Not for my play style. Slice and Hatchling. You can see where it goes. Now, if you're after that, they do exist. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And that's that. All right, so that's pretty much what I got there. Shotgun-wise, I got nothing that I would be bragging about. And by the way, these come from the Prophecy Farm. A Sudden Death, I believe, is the shotgun we're talking about here. So, terrible, Terrible. Interesting for PvE. Terrible. Terrible. Even if I select the best perks, I only get it to a B. I mean, these two, not bad, but the range is just horrific. This could be okay for PvE. I did get Assault Mag. I did get Small Bore. I mean, if I was going for a PvE role, this would be it. Not very good. Not very good. This is considered opening shot, but Discord, Assault Mag, Rifle Barrel. I mean, there are some things to recommend it, but still not it for me. And there was nothing here that I wanted to run, so I didn't. Now I point all that out to show you kind of what I was playing with, or what I had to play with. And obviously I could fall back to other weaponry such as the Omet and some better pulses, and ultimately that's what I wound up doing. But I did play the front part of this card using a mix of those weapons, and I was doing okay. But I definitely improved when I got into more familiar weapons. So I'd like to show you my loadout now, because I've not taken the time to really do this and show you how I'm setting up. And I just switched to Peacekeepers, although I was running Syntheseps for the bulk of the videos. My friend said, you really, if you're going to run that SMG, you need to run Peacekeepers. And so I'm going to give that a try. Here's my distribution. I wish I had a point more here. It would have been nice. Just didn't get there, but it's okay. Not the best possible distribution. I'm really going to have to farm comp in order to get Artifice Armor so I can bump some of this stuff up. I mean, that would be my ultimate goal. I'm really resource short right now, though, so that might be a bit of a stretch. Let's have a look. So I'm running Controlled Demolition, Bastion. I need that overshield. I'm really running Echo of Dilation for the stats more than anything else. Once again, Echo of Domineering for the same reason, but I do get some benefits from suppressing a target. Echo of Leeching for the resilience stat, so that's actually helpful to my teammates as a support player. And then finally, this one I am definitely running intentionally for its effect, and that is I want to weaken targets when I toss a grenade. Even if I don't kill them, I can weaken them. So that is what I want to do there. And then obviously you see the weapons, and this is silly, and I'm going to re-roll this morning. I rolled this for PvE, and obviously I'm pretty solid except for this incandescent. I mean, I'm not going to have that. So I'll go back in today and I'll re-roll that, and I'll get something better out of it. But otherwise, stat-wise, it's a pretty solid gun, and I can do okay with it. I'll do better once I actually set it up for PvE. And I'm running Sleepless simply for the stats. I didn't want to pick up any ammo. I just don't have anything really, really good to run in there right now. So what I need to do, and I wasn't thinking this way, I was still thinking GL, and what I need to be doing, of course, is running the LMG. And I'm going to search through my LMGs today, and I'll see if I can find something that'll work a little bit better for that. So that would be my goal there. All right, so let's get into gameplay itself. And I don't think I need to have this on anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and kill it. And let's look at the gameplay. Now, what you're going to see is the start of, this is the end of a match, and then I'll have 2 matches after that. I'm playing with my friend Gunadog, very good player, mentor, one of them. I was playing with my other one, Brayton, or Tillman Charm, earlier as well, and he dropped out, and it wound up being just Gunadog. I mean, that's Gunadog right here. So he is a solid player. Let's just see what we can get done here. All right, so I know they're making a play around here, so I'm trying to defend our flank, but I'm looking in the wrong place. Cursor low again, and there you go. I put that in the wrong place. I should have helped defend my friend by putting it up here. I try to get the res. Unfortunately, I pursued that guy just a little bit too long, and I basically spawn trapped farmed my friend there. And now I'm in a 2v1 that I'm not going to win. And that ends the match. Now, realistically, I wasn't going to win 1v3, but or even 1v2. But, you know, it was worth a shot. I could have done some things better there. Now, the really good thing about the persistence card is there's not a lot of pressure. And honestly, I can get in here and play with friends that are much better. And it shouldn't, I mean, it'll hurt their stats a little bit maybe, but there's no pressure on the card that you have to reset or anything like that. It's pointless to do so. You just play it out. More on that later. All right, so trying to get a better angle, get the flank, and I just blow it. If I'd had my submachine gun out in the beginning, I would have had that guy. But I came in with the auto rifle, and I blew it. And basically, I threw the round. That was my fault. If I'd killed that guy, it would have been over. I had the right idea, I just did it wrong. What I'm trying to do is play with my friends or play in a way that I can at least get some damage on characters and help, which is what I did there. Now I see this guy down to the left. They just killed my friend. Syntheseps got me a kill, but now it's 1v1, and our third guy is actually pretty good. And so that it worked out. Our blueberry, in this case, Vey, is very solid. All right. Dog tends to rush right at. He's confident enough he can do that. I'm playing support here. I'm putting that wall in the wrong place. I should be putting it up here, a little farther after they retreat. Or, you know, where I can peek that wall a little bit better. So I'm kind of messing up there. It's something I'm going to have to work on. All right, now you'll see me do something right. Blast that wall down. Team fire, kill the guy. And we know he's over here, so he's going for the res, and I'm going to kill that guy. You notice me firing on the bubble. I could have tried to fire on the guy, I suppose, but I knew the second that guy came up, he'd be dead. And so that was going to be all right. The guy had to know it. He was probably saying, stop, 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 stop. You know he was. Okay, heavy round. Most people will jump up there. If you give it just a moment, you've got a chance. You'll see people down that line. Put some damage on. Submachine gun. And see, I played that right. Cursor's still a little bit low, but starting to zero in a bit better. And playing with my teammates, like I should. Now, granted, we're not playing a very great team, obviously. And there were other teams that just absolutely destroyed. Now, I kind of messed that guy up by running alongside of him while he's invisible. I draw attention to him, which is not what I need to be doing. This grenade is good. It's going to force him off of his shield. The shield is destroyed. He was still volatile, and he died. And there we go. So my contribution there was a smart grenade. And some pressure. Our zone's outside. Need to work for the outside angle. They're inside. Dog's inside with him. Guy got him, unfortunately. If I'd run over there with dog, he might not have died. Got that one. And there's where I mess up. I just lose the guy. And I should have just run out of it. And this is where I mess up because I lose track. If people circle around me, I don't have my swivel speed set up high enough that I can just whip and find them. And so the smarter thing I think for me is to just run out of it and create some space. I mean, I couldn't have been because I was a little bit suppressed, but if I could shield bash out of it, then I would have a line of sight where I could use my SMG or my auto. Okay, backing way up. See the grenade, I could feel it coming, and we had the threadlings. So that was the right move. I'm really going to mess this up in a second, I think, is when it is. I don't know if it's this match or the next. No, this one's fine. Put pressure on this guy. I'm one shot. I can't challenge. It doesn't matter. Vade cleans up. I got enough damage that Vade was able to finish that off. Okay. You see, Vade was very good. And the other team, unfortunately, not so much. But this is the give and take of trials, especially under this card, is that you're going to run into good teams, you're going to run into bad teams, and once in a while you get into something that's more or less level, but my experience is typically not. It's going to be pretty much one way or the other. So we see what these folks have. This is the final match. Now what I was trying to do is play out to 7 wins. All right. One's moved inside. I'm going to back him up. We got lucky on this last card that are... Now, that, by the way, interrupting myself, that was the way to lay that shield down. I gave him some good cover, some overshield there. I need to back out of that grenade. But that's what I should be doing with it. I need to kill that guy right away. Now my buddy dog got killed on a flank, and it still wasn't a bad play because we were able to move on the inside and put pressure in there, so we got it done. Zone's outside, looking for someone to jump up other than dog. Going to move in here, get this. Team fire took him down. Going to put some pressure over here. I think whip out the submachine gun. Yeah, right here. He dances around. He has nowhere to go. I've got him on the backside. And the others have him on the front. But that's what I should be doing. Even if I die there, I'm putting damage on him and pressure. And my friend's going to finish it up. And to me, this isn't about KD or stats or anything. This is about being effective and helping out and winning. Okay. This is when I mess up, I think. I'm suppressed. And I could possibly, if I push up here and put that shield in front of him, and I had the opportunity to do it for just a second, I could have got the revive. But I didn't do it, and I put it back there, and that was it. I didn't quite get that kill. They get their revive, and it's over. There's nothing I can do now. I don't even get the trade. I blew that. I threw that. Inexperience. I really am not used to using the shield on Titan. It's something I'm going to have to improve on. I can see, you want to think about it afterwards, what I did wrong. And my friend was very quick to point it out. He said, you should have put that shield on me. And he's right. Absolutely right. But I can see it too. I came in there pre-firing. All right. So things are going pretty well, other than that round I threw. That's kind of what I was waiting for. Now I got damage on him. See, even if I died, I helped. He just didn't have anywhere to go. He couldn't dance around the podium there. He couldn't kite those guys. He was going to die. So even if I died in the process, I did something positive. All right. Zone's inside. I'm trying to stay with my teammate. Got somebody above. Oh, there he is. Again, damage on him. He's just not going to be able to survive that. And my teammates finish it off. So, They gave us a fight. I mean, they weren't as good as us. Obviously, our blueberry was very good. My teammate is very good. So, and I didn't play completely boneheadedly. So it, it wound up coming out in our favor. Got the 7 wins. Uh, but there is something you should know, and that is that even though I reached the 7 wins, there's a bug right now that if on the persistence card at any point you go down to 0 and you lose again, you need to reset the card, because if you don't, if you hit 7 wins after that, you won't get an adept weapon. Now, I absolutely don't care about that. That's not what this is about for me per se, at least not today. You know, I got some drops. I got a good profit, or okay profit, and I got a terrific summoner. And a couple of Igneuses, whatever. And if I play through this, I'm going to get weapons. I'm going to get drops. And that's good enough. That's all I ever asked in this. And I will tell you, from a personal standpoint, I think this may have saved Trials. At least it's improved it a great deal, because it's going to be worthwhile for a low-end player to get in here and play this. It doesn't matter, because, you know, I was getting drops even on losses. You know, you just have to play it. And if you have any appetite for PvP at all, this really is the time to get in and do it. No pressure. You know, it's actually worth your time one way or the other. Your rank advances. There are just a lot of positives about this. Sure, I'm not going to go to the lighthouse on this card. Probably not. There's no way in the world I'm ever going to string 7 in a row without a loss. I mean, that's just not going to happen. But if you think about this, what this card does is it allows people to do something they've really not been able to do for a long time, and that is that they could carry a weaker player. Not carry you to the lighthouse, but carry you to an adept weapon. And the purist should be happy with that, because that prevents somebody who is not really, quote unquote, deserving to go to the lighthouse to not go to the lighthouse, but not penalize them to the point where there's no reason for them to play. And I've always said that a winner-takes-all model for tournament play is a poor model for mass participation. There's no reason for 90% of the people to play in that environment. There really isn't. And it's no surprise that Trials degraded to the place where it was a sweat fest from front to back for a lot of people, and that carrying people, you know, became a nigh impossible thing to do. It had gotten that bad. I watch a lot of people, and it's harder and harder for anyone to be able to pull that off. So, kudos to Bungie for doing something right. And there's a whole lot more I could talk about, but this video's gone on quite long enough. And I think I'll cap it here. But anyway, this is Iron Bill thanking you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm signing out.